Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another reading vlog where I'm gonna be reading Six of Crows. So if you don't know, which I doubt that anyone doesn't, Six of Crows is the first book in the Six of Crows duology, although I think there's gonna be a third book at some point, but for now it's a duology, and it's part of the Grishaverse, which is like the universe of the Shadow and Bone series or trilogy. And yeah, I've been saying for months that I want to read this book because I want to watch the TV show. And I've been saying for months that I'm scared to read this book because I didn't love Shadow and Bone. But yes, anyway, this book follows like a complete different cast of characters from Shadow and Bone. And before I started reading this, I only knew that there were 6 main characters, like 6 of Crows. And I knew that it was about a heist. And that was it. And yeah, I knew that there were Grisha in it because it's the Grishaverse. So yeah. Anyway, this video is like definitely filled with spoilers about this book. And yeah, having said that, let's just jump into the reading footage. Hi, hello. So before we get into this book update, I guess I'm just gonna give like some small updates from my life. And firstly, it's not like an update from my life, but it's an update for something like I did, I guess. And I went to watch Eternals with a couple of friends. And before watching it, I had seen some reviews that said that it was really great, and others say that it wasn't really great and that it wasn't like very Marvel, like the style of movie that Marvel does. And I mean, it was definitely different, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, I think we all did really enjoy it. And it's like not my favorite Marvel movie like I've ever watched, but I really did like it. And also, I rewatched Shang-Chi, and that one is just perfection. Like, if you haven't watched that movie yet, just freaking do it. It's so good. Another thing, I'm getting glasses, and they're either gonna be ready tomorrow or the day after, so I'm probably actually gonna have glasses at some point in this reading vlog. But anyway, moving on to Six of Crows. I am on page 196, which is like part 2 of the book. That's actually a lie because I was supposed to film this update yesterday, but my allergies were kicking my ass. And I mean, am I still feeling like I'm dying? Yes. Do I still look like I'm dying? Also yes. But I'm like okay enough to speak. So yeah, like I couldn't really like film yesterday, so I just read part 3, but I really wanted to update just part 1 and 2, so let's just pretend that I'm on like part 2 of the book, okay? Okay. I am actually very pleasantly surprised with this book because, I mean, I had seen like everyone that has read it saying that it was better than Shadow and Bone, but I didn't know how much better it was gonna be, but like it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Like I'm definitely really into the plot, and I'm definitely really enjoying like getting to know these characters that we're following, and also the pace is just perfect for me. And before I started reading it, all I knew was that it was about a group of people who are going on a heist. But like here on the back, it says kind of like a description of each of the characters, and it says like a convict with a thirst for revenge, and that's Matthias. A sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, that's Jasper. A runaway with a privileged past, that's Wylan. A spy known as the Wraith, that's Inej. Heartrender using her magic to survive the slums, that's Nina. And a thief with a gift for unlikely escapes, which is Kaz. And so basically what they're going to steal is actually a person. So they're going to kidnap a person. And that person is a man called Bo Yulbayor, which I'm probably saying very wrong, so I'm sorry for that. And he has basically created a drug called Jurdaparam. Again, probably saying it very wrong, but it basically, that drug kind of enhances Grisha powers to a point where it's kind of like dangerous, especially for everyone around, because they can just kill you like that, but even for the Grisha themselves. And basically that man, Bo Yulbayur, is trapped at the ice court, like the prison at the ice court, which is in Fjerda, I think. And that place is basically like impenetrable, but they're gonna try to get the man out of that place. And they were like about to get on the boat to go there, and then like the boat exploded, but then that boat was just a decoy, not the real boat, so they got on the real boat. But before they got there, like the people who were trying to get them, they really hurt Inej, and that's really bad for two reasons. First, that's the person that Kaz needs to like basically get them to where they need to go, and secondly, she's like my favorite so far. I know that she's not gonna be actually like hurt or gonna die because, you know, she's obviously not, but yeah. Anyway, we have seen a little bit of her past. I think that's also like because why she was my favorite. Like, I mean, definitely I liked her personality the best, but also she was the one, like, I think she was the one we had the most like backstory on. And we had a little bit of backstory on Nina and Matthias, and basically Nina is Grisha and Matthias is a Druskel, and basically they hunt Grisha. And we know that they have some kind of history, and we know that Matthias was, like, he was in prison. They broke him out of prison. And, like, he was in prison because Nina had, like, told officers or whatever that he was an enslaver. And he was taking her as a slave, which was not true. So there's some kind of, like, you know, history, bad blood there. And yeah, like we got to know more about that in part 3, but again, that's for another update. And yeah, that's where we were at after end of part 2. They were just on their boat going toward Fjerda. And yeah, like I said, I'm really, really enjoying this book, and I am having a great time reading it. And I will update again once I read part 4.
Hello, I am back. And like on my last update, I said that my glasses would be ready like on the next day or the other day, but actually they were ready on that day, which was yesterday. So, hi, I have glasses now. So, anyway, I am on page 340, I think. Yes, which is just after part 4. And basically, our 6 main characters have gotten to Fjerda, and they kind of put their plan in motion. And their plan is basically to get into the ice court. Is that the name of the thing? Yeah, ice court. They want to get to the ice court as prisoners. So they need to get into the vehicle that takes the prisoners to the ice court. And they want to go as prisoners because the guy they want is a prisoner. So they think that that's the easiest way to find the guy. And, well, they get started on their plan, and we also see some flashbacks. And basically we see what happened exactly between Nina and Matthias, like the time they spent together, and it was actually kind of cute. And yeah, I actually really like Nina, and I mean, she's definitely not perfect, but I really like her. She's really funny, she's kind of savage, and yeah, I really like her. And in the beginning, I was really like not liking Matthias, but like I didn't really understand him. And it's not that I really like him now, because he just hates Grisha, and Grisha are like a huge thing in this universe. It's literally like the Grishaverse. But I mean, knowing that that's basically what he like learned his whole life, like Grisha were monsters or whatever, like inhuman, and he was basically like taught to hate Grisha and want them dead and like hunt them. And I mean, I don't think that's right, but at the same time, like if that's what he learned his whole life, okay, I understand, if I had been taught to hate someone my whole life, like I would hate them. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, we saw that. We saw the time they spent together. We saw like exactly why Nina like accused him of being an enslaver, and it was basically because there were other Grisha around, and she knew that it would either end up like really badly for Matthias or for the other Grisha, and she thought that that was the best way to do this, and then she was gonna like try to get him out of prison. And in the beginning of the book, we know that she has been trying like to get Kaz to get Matthias out of prison, and he always said no, but now like he did get him out of prison because like it was good for him. So yeah, there's that. And we also get a flashback about Kaz and his life and basically how he ended up being the person he is and why he hates a man named Pekka Rollins. Because pretty much Pekka Rollins kind of destroyed his life and also like indirectly caused his brother's death. So yeah. And also when they do get to the ice court, they see that Pekka Rollins' men are like dead on display on spikes. But Pekka Rollins himself is not there, so Kaz is pretty sure that he is inside the prison. While they're inside the prison, we find out that Jasper is Grisha as well, which I was like, what? And he basically doesn't want people to know, like only the ones who were with him like know now that he's Grisha, but like Nina, who's Grisha herself, doesn't know that Jasper's Grisha, and he doesn't want her to know, and he doesn't want like anyone to know. And basically, like, Inej starts climbing the, like, chimney of the incinerator, which is, like, an important part of the plan, while Nina and Kaz, I think, are going to look for Bo Yulbayur, which is the man they want to kidnap. And, like, Nina is kind of, like, looking for him. I think it's Nina. Like, I'm pretty sure it's Nina. And Kaz is, like, supposedly looking for him as well, but he's basically looking for Pekka Rollins. And the ending of part 4 was literally him finding Pekka Rollins. So, yeah, that's exciting. And I definitely want to see where that goes. Because, like, he doesn't want Pekka Rollins to just be killed by the Fjordans. He wants to, like, kill him himself or, like, do whatever himself. So, yeah, definitely interested to see where that goes. And, yeah, I'm definitely still really enjoying this. And I don't know why I'm still surprised by that, but I am. And yeah, like I said, I really like the plot, like definitely really loving that. And also, I really like the characters. Like I said, they're not perfect. I definitely don't love Matthias. And I also I really like Nina, but she's not perfect. And oh, by the way, speaking of Nina and Matthias, they kind of decided that they're going to betray Kaz and the others and they're going to kill Bo Yulbayur. Because, like, they have different reasons. Basically, Nina doesn't want that drug, like Druida Param, to be used on the Grisha so they don't become slaves or something to whoever owns the drug. And Matthias just doesn't want the Grisha to have the drug because he doesn't want them to be that powerful. So they have different reasons, but basically they just don't want the drug to be used, so they're going to kill its creator. So yeah, I'm definitely not happy about that because, I hope they wouldn't betray their friends, that would be nice. But yeah, anyway, still really, really enjoying it. I'm still loving the pacing that this is going. And yeah, I'm going to read the last 2 parts of this book. And I'll just update when I finish.
Okay, so I have finished Six of Crows. And I'm not entirely sure where my last update ended, but I think that what happened after that was that they realized that the man they were going after wasn't actually in the prison area. So, oh, and I think I forgot to mention that they decided to go on that day because there was a party happening at the ice court, so people were kind of distracted from the prison. That's why they were there, on that specific day. So basically, they kind of had to come up with a new plan, and 4 of them kind of infiltrated the party. And those 4 were Kaz, Matthias, Nina, and Inej, I think. But they like went separately. Like the boys went one way and the girls went another way. And basically, Inej and Nina were like pretending to be someone they were not. And Nina actually like got through, but Inej didn't. They kind of like kept her behind, but Nina had to keep moving because they had to find Boyul Bayur. But like Inej managed to escape after that, and she actually got the diamond that the others needed for their escape plan, so everything worked out in the end. But basically, Nina found a guy called Brum, I think, and he was the commander of the Druskel. And she had met him before when she was captured by the Druskel. And she thought that guy was dead, but he clearly wasn't. So she approached him because she thought that he wouldn't remember her. And she was like kind of trying to seduce him and telling him to show her where the Grisha were because they have captive Grisha. And so he took her there. And when they are there, like around the Grisha, actually Brum tells Nina that he knows who she is and he locks her up. And then Matthias shows up. And we think that Matthias is betraying Nina. And I was like, how dare you? And I know that I said like, I understand that he hates Grisha, and I still do understand that because, like I said, like he was taught to hate Grisha, whatever. But not Nina. Come on, you know? But then it turns out that Matthias was actually pretending to betray Nina so he could betray Brum. So, you know, everything worked out. And Matthias actually ended up like freeing Nina, and they were going to try to find Boyul Bayur, who was apparently at a place where they created some kind of lab for him to create the drug. But when they got there, Boyul Bayur was actually not there. He was dead already. But his son, who I think was called Kuwei, was there. And so they take Kuwei, who has been like trying to replicate his father's drug. And they all meet up and they're like getting away from the ice court. But then Brum like shows up again with his men and some of the Grisha who are like on the drug. And then Nina asks Kuwei if he has some of the drug. And he does. And she says that she wants to take it so she can like fight with the other Grishas so they can escape. But the thing is, like, that drug is like highly addictive, but like for some Grisha the first dose is like okay and they only get addicted after more doses, but some others get addicted like after the first dose. So they're like, you know, like don't do that. But she does it anyway. And they manage to escape. And yeah, Nina is not feeling so good. But when they were going to meet up with Van Eck, which was the man who hired them in the first place to go get the Boyul Bayur, that guy actually betrays them. And like a lot goes down there, you know, everything goes to hell, and basically they take Inej. But before they went to meet with Van Eck, Nina actually took Kuwei like away, and they are hiding because they suspected that maybe Van Eck was gonna betray them, so they didn't bring Kuwei. So like Van Eck doesn't have Kuwei, but also they don't have Inej. And oh yeah, we find out that Kaz didn't actually kill Pekka Rollins, the guy that he was like the guy that he found at the end of part 4, I think. Yeah, he actually didn't kill him. He actually ended up saving him. And now he needs his help so that he can get Inej back and just kind of like salvage whatever he can. And yeah, that was the end of the book. And yeah, I think we're going to just move right on to my final thoughts, which I'm going to be filming in a second because I'm on my period and I'm in a lot of pain and I don't feel like putting makeup on. And did anybody want to know that? Probably not, but now you know anyway. So yeah, let's just move on. Okay, so like I said in like 1 or 2 of my updates, I am very pleasantly surprised with how much I actually ended up enjoying this book. Because, yeah, like, Chad and Bone definitely wasn't my favorite thing in the world. And I really, really enjoyed Six of Crows. And, I mean, I definitely really like the characters. Because in Chad and Bone, that was definitely like one of my biggest complaints was that I didn't really like any of the characters. And like I definitely didn't like the main character, which is a problem. And here there wasn't like one specific specific like main character, even though like I guess Kaz could be considered the main character because he was like their leader, but like the six of them. I mean, I feel like Jasper and Wylan were less main characters, but they were like very present in the story. It wasn't like when Sharon Bone where Alina was definitely like the main character. But yeah, anyway, the point is I like these characters a lot. And the plot itself I also really like. And I mean I do like stories about heists anyway, so I was likely to like this book. And yeah, I definitely did. And I really enjoyed the scenes where there was like tension and action, and yeah, like this book was definitely like action packed, especially the last third, I would say. Also the pacing I really enjoyed, and I mean it was definitely slower in the beginning when we were getting to know the characters, but since I did really like those characters, I didn't mind at all like just getting to know them and their backstories. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. All I have to say is that they were like breaking into the most secure and dangerous place ever and like breaking someone out, but they all managed to survive. And I mean, Inej is definitely struggling, but that was after they were out of the ice court. And I mean, like Nina definitely had to like take the drug to save the others so the others wouldn't die. I mean, they would all die, but I don't know, like maybe someone should have died. And I'm not saying that I wanted them to die because, like I said, I like these characters. I don't want them to die. But maybe someone should have died. So that's the only thing I have to say. Like, everyone survived, and I was like, I mean, I like that, but at the same time, do I like that? So yeah. But except for that, I really enjoyed this book, and I think I'm giving it 4.5 stars. Okay, so I think this is everything for this week's video, and if everything goes according to plan, my next video will be the reading vlog for book 2, which is Crooked Kingdom. So yeah, those are the plans. And yeah, anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!